and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy your time here. Today's video is going to be my 5-star predictions, and I'm very excited to talk about these books. I really hope that they live up to my expectations. But before we get into the video, just a reminder to subscribe to my channel if you're not already so that you don't miss out on any of the content that I put up for you guys. Now let's go ahead and get into the books that I am predicting will be 5-star reads. The first book I have here is one everyone is talking about and loving so very much, and I am hoping to pick it up very, very soon, and that is Ace of Spades by Farida Abike-Iyamide. And this is a dark academia, gossip girl type book, and that just sounds really, really good. And I know since everyone is loving it that I think I very much will too. But basically it's about these two kids in high school who get blackmailed by this anonymous person named Aces, and they're bringing to light these students' dark secrets. And then there's like a whole thriller concept to this book, and I know a lot of people like are just freaking out while reading it, like their blood pressure is rising while reading this, and I'm like, I know I'm gonna love that. Like, I love books that will just make me so anxious and nervous and have no idea what's happening and get so invested in the story. Your emotions are all over the place, and that you're just reacting to this author's writing just sounds phenomenal. And this is their debut book, so very excited to dive into it and find out what this is all about. The next book I have is Take Me Home Tonight by Morgan Matson. I think this is going to be a 5-star read for me because it's set in New York, and it's about two girl best friends who go on this adventure. It doesn't go according to plan. They end up doing a lot of things that they weren't expecting to have to do, and they just have a lot of run-ins, sounds like. But I think the atmosphere of this book will be amazing because it is set in New York, and I love those types of stories. Just having adventures and the dynamic between these two best friends, I really hope turns out to be amazing. And there's also Pomeranians involved, and I just don't know why this wouldn't be a 5-star read for me, and I just really hope that it lives up to that expectation. I haven't read Morgan Matson before, but I do have several of her other books, but I've always heard great things about her and those books as well. Really hoping that this is 5 stars for me. Book number 3 is also one that a lot of people are talking about in the book community, and I think the reviews are a little bit more mixed on this one. I think it will end up being a very great read for me because I love this author, but that book is The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I have read The Silent Patient and absolutely love that book by him, and I know this one is also a bit dark academia with mystery and, you know, who knows what else. I'm not even entirely sure. I just trust Alex Michaelides so much because of how much I loved Silent Patient. I know some people have said that they liked Silent Patient more than The Maidens, but then I've also heard it the opposite, so who knows. But I have high hopes, and I think I really will love this book. And the next books I have here are an entire series, minus the new books that have come out, or new book, but I have the first 3 in this series, and that is the Truly Devious series. I am not necessarily saying that all 3 of these books will end up being 5 stars, but I know at least one of them has to, because I know that it's a really great YA thriller, but that does scare me a little bit, the fact that it is YA, but I've heard that it's like the best YA thriller, so I think I still will really enjoy it if I don't go into it with high expectations of it being super intense because it's YA, but who knows? I mean, it could still turn out being a little crazy. But yeah, so I think at least either Truly Devious, The Vanishing Stair, or The Hand on the Wall will end up being 5 stars for me because I've heard great things and I love thrillers. And this one just sounds so intriguing and a little bit of a different type of mystery vibe. And I actually don't know a lot of what this is about, really. I haven't ever read a synopsis of either of these books. I just know that it's good and that I need to read it, so I'm going to. And hopefully one of them turns out being a 5-star. The next book I have here is There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. Thriller, horror, fast-paced, I'm assuming, chilling, creepy, enticing, sounds like 5 stars to me. It's about a girl who lives in Nebraska. The students in her high school start dying. They're being killed off. Oh, in a series of gruesome murders, and they don't know who the killer is. As the body count rises and the terror grows closer, will Makani survive the killer's twisted plan? So sounds like she's next, and that person is in her house going to kill her. I don't know, just sounds very scary, and I love being scared by a book because that is powerful. When a book can make you feel scared, it's pretty dang cool. The next book I have is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I have not read any of Colleen Hoover books yet either, but I know this one will make me ugly cry, and I'm ready for that. I also very much love sad stories. Just have it be so emotionally heart-wrenching. Immediate 5 stars, right? I mean, like, similarly to how a book can make me fearful, if a book can make me sob, then it is also a 5 star. And I know that this has made a lot of people sob, so I don't know why it wouldn't make me sob, and then therefore it will become a 5-star read. So here's to hoping that Ugly Love will make me ugly cry, and I'll give it an ugly 5 stars. A beautiful 5 stars, I'm kidding. And that is basically all I'm basing off of why this will be 5 stars, but there you have it. I have 4 more books to talk about. The next one I believe has the power to be 5-star read for me is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is about a superstar's or famous person's daughter. This follows the story of how this girl was raised with being the daughter of a celebrity, and so it talks about like how her mom and dad met, I believe, and then it jumps to a party that this girl goes to that ends up going horribly wrong. That's really all I know, but I am just excited for the Malibu setting as well, because if you don't know, I am from California and I love the beach, and I'm really hoping that they incorporate some beachy vibes in here for like the party and such. You know, it would be very, very deceiving if it didn't have anything to do with a beach atmosphere. So if that doesn't come through for me in this book, then maybe it won't be as great as I'm hoping it to be. But the story does sound interesting. I know some people thought that the second half is a little bit boring, but we shall see. Hopefully the whole thing lives up and I can give it a 5 star. The next book I have here is another slasher thriller. So again, that's really all I'm basing it off of, but that is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I think this will be a 5-star read for me because I'm ready to just be scared. Again, that's all that I want from my books, is for them to scare me and just to be so thrilling and creepy and exciting, because I love those books. Oh my gosh, they're just so amazing. They're my favorite books of all time, so I'm really hoping that this one is amazing as well. This is in 1991 serial killer, survival, nighttime. 5 stars, hopefully. The next I have on my list is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Again, another TJR book. I haven't read any of them, sue me, but hopefully I will read both of these two very, very soon. I don't have to say much about this, do I? I know a lot of you love this book, or a lot of people in the book community love this book. I know that Taylor Jenkins Reid writes about celebrities and they're fictional characters, but she writes them so well that it makes you think that they're real people. Yeah, a lot of people have this on their favorite books of all time list, so I think at the very least I can give it a 5 star. You know, it may not be my favorite of all time, but I think it would still end up being a 5 star based on how people talk about this book and how much they love it. So yes, hoping to read this soon and find out how much I love it, then I will get back to you on it. And then the final book I have here is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I am planning to pick up this book later on this week, so I'm very, very excited. Again, one that a lot of people are talking about and raving about and saying that it's absolutely amazing, and it's on their all-time favorites list now as well. But I know that this is about Poppy and Alex, who have been best friends for a long time, and they go on vacations together every summer. And then on one of their trips, something goes wrong and they have a falling out, And then 2 years later, Poppy decides to reach back out to Alex and say, hey, let's give it one more try. Like, let's go on vacation together, like old times or whatever. And then I'm assuming on this trip, you know, there's a bit of a rekindling, a little bit more than friends. I think that's safe to assume because this is a romance novel. But I've heard that the vibes are really great in this and that there's a little bit of flashback POVs. So it's narrated from present day with them on this new vacation after they're falling out, and then it flashbacks to some of their previous vacations. That's what it sounds like. And I think they go on vacation in Croatia. So yeah, I think that this would be very, very fun and super cute, and I'm very excited to get into it and hopefully love it. So that is all of my books that I am predicting will be 5-star reads for me. I have, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 books on here. If one of them turns out to be 5 stars, then that's good enough for me, right? But I think plenty more of this. This is a great stack. These all look and sound absolutely amazing. Can't wait to read them all. I would love to be able to give 5 stars to all of them. I'm very interested to see how all of these go, and I will be doing an updated video after I've read all of these, so it might be a little while from now, but I will be doing an updated video on how these ended up turning out for me, if they were 5 stars, or what they ended up being. So stay tuned for that video. Like I said, it'll be a little while from now because I have to read all of the books first. So give me some time. But in the meantime, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss all of my videos from now until that video. You can get all that good content right in between. And if you're wanting to find me elsewhere, definitely make sure to check out my socials linked in the description below. I have a Goodreads, Twitter, a Bookstagram, as well as a personal Instagram so that you can get more recent updates on the books that I've been reading and general life things that I like to share with you guys. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you stick around so that I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.